Hello everyone, Spider-Man 1981 here, and alright, before I move to college or whatever, I have to trim through my graphic novel collection, so for now, I'm going to review my entire series of Flash graphic novels. Okay? First Flash book I ever bought was Flash, the greatest stories ever told. Alright, I did mention that I had Green Lantern Greatest Stories Ever Told. Well, this one is actually more diverse. It contains at least 2 original 1940 stories starring Jay Garrick, and, well, the rest are all Barry Allen, but then, in the end, we get to one with Wally West. So, it's a good story if you want to see some stories about Barry Allen, or Jay Garrick for that matter. They also reprinted Flash of Both Worlds, which established the multiverse. Okay, and next up, oh wait, I also have to mention, while we're on the subject of Barry Allen, I also have this, The Life Story of the Flash, as written by Iris Allen. This is really more of a promotional gimmick used by DC, which was like Iris West telling the career of Barry as the Flash and such. She probably wrote it around either in the 31st century or 21st. It's hard to pinpoint. And, alright. Next up we have The Flash, The Return of Barry Allen. I know what you're thinking. You're probably if you haven't read this, then you're probably thinking that, what does this mean, Return of Barry Allen? He's coming back now. Well, the truth is, Mark Waid decided to give the fans what they wanted, Barry Allen back, but not as they wanted to see, but not the way they planned. There's a twist here I don't really want to spoil, but okay. The life story of the Flash was used as what helped Wally figure out what was really going on, and helped him defeat Barry, but yeah. This kind of led to this, and it's a good collectible. Get it if you're a Flash fan. Anyways, while Wally was the Flash, I did buy a couple of Wally books. Secret of Barry Allen, which is Identity Crisis, where Barry tells Wally about how they brainwashed Dr. Light, and then eventually Barry did the same thing to the Top and a few other rogues to make them reformed. And then Rogue War, and this led into Rogue War, which was pretty much the reformed rogues versus the actual rogues, but then the Top came back and made them all evil again, but Wally did manage to save Piper, though, by taking off his mask thing. And Professor Zoom and also, it's not just the return of Zoom, but also, let me see if I can find the right splash page. Professor Zoom, yeah, brought back seconds before his death. Really. And also, Barry makes another appearance here because obviously Zoom's all time traveling, so Barry does the same thing. Yeah, these are 2 good stories written by Jeff Johns. Get them together, because once you get this one, you have to get this one. It leads into it, such. And then, eventually, while Wally was the Flash, he got his own sidekick. Bart Allen, his cousin from the year 3000, which was when Barry went after his trial. So anyway, and Bart Allen's Barry Allen's grandson. When he first showed up, he had rapid aging disease, but then Wally cured him, and eventually he got his own series with his own codename Impulse. This is the only actual paperback named Impulse. It is Impulse's first 3 appearances in the Flash series, then the first 6 issues of his own self-titled series. Then we have another Impulse story reprinted, but it's called The Flash Presents Mercury Falling. Alright, and this is about when Bart Allen has to save Max Mercury from being eaten alive by the Speed Force. Okay, two pretty good. They're basically juvenile though. Yeah. Only got them. And then after Infinite Crisis, Wally went to the Speed Force, arrived on another planet, and then Bart aged to the year from 15 to 20 and became the Flash. His series, The Flash, The Fastest Man Alive, only ran for about 12 issues, and they killed him at the end. It ended with his death. Yeah. The artwork was pretty good for some issues. The plot, however, I found the first plot when Bart has to become the Flash reminiscent of, well, let's just say the Flash pilot that was on NBC in the 90s, which the same guys wrote this story, so, you know. And then Full Throttle, it kind of got better in Full Throttle when Wally had to fight the Rogues, Inertia. It was pretty cool. And in the end, I meant Bart, sorry. I said Wally, but I meant Bart, sorry. Anyways, Bart, and it pretty much ended with Bart's death, which I was really sad about. But luckily, he came back later, and that's good news. Luckily, he came back later. Also, when Wally returned after Bart died, he came back with his wife and his two kids. They don't have code names, though. They're just known as Jay and Iris. They don't have super speed like their dad, though. Jay can somehow increase his muscles and get super strength, and Iris can vibrate through solid objects, but they don't have super speed, which is kind of funny. But Wally can actually use like a leash or whatever to get connected to his kids whenever he thinks about them. It's a good story. I mean, I found it enjoyable because I always find it interesting about how superheroes have kids. It's just really a good, sort of funny thing to think about sometimes. Yeah. So, alright. Again, all my Flash books are, sorry it can't be in more detail, but I only have a 10-minute run and I want to do this in one video. So again, that's Flash Greatest Stories Ever Told, Flash Wild Wild West, Life Story of the Flash, Flash, Lightning in a Bottle, and Full Throttle, Impulse Reckless Youth, Mercury Falling, Rogue War, Secret of Barry Allen, and Return of Barry Allen. Okay, well, I still have a few minutes left, so while I'm on the subject of the Flash, here's an image of what the last issue of Flash Rebirth is going to look like for the cover. Alright, I have heard news that after Rebirth, Jeff Johns will be writing a new Flash series. I think it will probably feature Flash as the main title, and probably have a co-feature with Wally as his new identity. And also, there's going to be a new Kid Flash series written by, let me see here, Sterling Gates. So I look forward to a Kid Flash series, a new Flash series, and, you know, the end of the Flash Rebirth. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed my Flash collection, Spider-Man 1991, and see you later.